Action.
What does it mean to be a naturalist, and how have you been a naturalist this semester?
So a naturalist to me is someone who studies things outdoors in nature and the things that live there, like the animals and the trees.
Please select one animal this semester that you've cared for and describe in detail what you provided for them, and 3 fun science facts that you would tell the elementary school students.
I'll pick Jamar. I like taking care of Jamar. What was the question? Let me see the question one more time. Jamar is a Dutch bunny who has cataracts in his left eye, I'm pretty sure. I would feed and water him every day, and on our long block days, I would clean his enclosure with soap and water, and we would try to get him out of his cage every day to get him some exercise for summer enrichment. For 3 fun science facts, I would say Dutch bunnies can jump about 5 feet long. Their ears can help regulate their temperature, and just like deer, male bunnies are called bucks and female bunnies are called does.
Explain why enrichment is important for captive animals.
So captive animals, unlike wild animals, live in a cage, and it's very sad and very boring. It's very easy for these animals to get depressed when they're in their cage alone all day. So enrichment is what you do to help combat that, getting them out of their cage for exercise, rearranging their cage so they have to always be on their toes about where stuff is, and just making sure they're mentally healthy.
List the order of taxonomy starting from the broad to most specific, and then tell me about one of the animals.
I have it written down here in my notes. The largest is domain, then there's kingdom, phylum, class, so I guess it goes up like this if it's a pyramid, and it goes smaller.
I don't know.
Phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. And to pick an organism, I'll go with Jamar. Jamar's domain is Eukarya. His kingdom is Animalia. Phylum, Chordata, because he's got a spinal cord. Class, Mammalia, because he's a mammal. Order, Lagomorpha. Family, Leporidae. Genus, Oryctolagus. And species, Caniculus. Nice.
Pick 2 tree leaves that are native to Kansas and tell me the common name, scientific name, leaf shape, margin, and venation.
That's so crazy. I have my notes right here. I'll show you guys the red elm. The scientific name is the Ulmus rubra. It is oval shaped. The venation is palmate, and the edge is serrated. For my second leaf, I'll pick the American sycamore. This one is a Platanus occidentale. It is circular because it's a big round leaf. Bristle-tipped lobed is the edge of the leaf. Palmate is the venation.
And then pick 5 Kansas mammals we covered and describe their common name, scientific name, when they can most be seen, diet, habitat, range, and characteristics.
That's crazy because I also have my notes right here. I'll pick some of my favorites, like the Virginia opossum.
Opossum?
Their common name is the Virginia opossum. Scientific name is Didelphis. What else is it asking for? When they can be seen, they're nocturnal animals. Their diet, they eat small rodents, but they're also omnivorous, so they can eat plants and berries and stuff. Their habitat, they're common in eastern Kansas. And defining characteristics, they have a long snout and they play dead all the time. For number 2, this is gonna take a while. I'll go with the big brown bat. Scientific name, Epdicicus fuscus. They're seen around city lights and water because they're thirsty. Defining characteristics, they have naked face and ears, and they're big and brown.
What's big and brown? Yo.
It's bat.
A big brown bat. I'm teaching the class about it right now.
What are you teaching?
Oh, dude, you can't post that when I just said that. Hey, guys.
Don't ruin the whole video.
I'm not.
Continuing on. The big brown bat has a diet of 1/3 of its weight in beetles. It eats beetles a lot.
Ew. We just got juices on me.
I love this.
No!
I love this video. This is my final video. Habitat everywhere in Kansas, mostly in barns and caves though, someplace dark and they're where they can hide. And they're most common in Kansas. They're the most common bat in Kansas. Number 3, I'll pick the 9-banded armadillo. That one. Scientific name? You want to help me out with that?
Decipius nomenctus.
Close. It's the Decipius novemketus.
That's what I said.
When seen, it's nocturnal, and you can see it on forest trails. Defining characteristics are these body shields. It can roll itself into a ball to protect itself from predators. Diet? It eats worms and insects. Habitat? They live in shrublands in the southern half of Kansas. Other information? They have something I can't read.
Don't read it.
More information. They march. They march a lot on these forest trails that you can find them on. So what was that? 3. For number 4, I'll take the black-tailed jackrabbit. You can identify it because of its long ears, legs, and the black tip on the end of its tail. Its scientific name is Lepus californicus. It can be seen in the early evening. The habitat is the rangelands and croplands of Kansas. Other information, it can run up to 40 miles per hour and jump 6 feet tall and over 20 feet long. For number 5, 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going with the eastern chipmunk. Scientific name is the Tamias striatus. When seen, it's active throughout the year, but they hibernate in the winter, so you can't really find them then. Defining characteristics, they're bushy tails and stripes. For their diet, they eat nuts, seeds, and even berries. My assistants are being a little loud. I'm sorry about that, Miss Badger. Habitat, eastern Kansas, and they live in oak hickory woods, like up in the trees. Other information. They have internal cheek pouches, so they can fill their cheeks with a lot of food. That's number 5. Finally, now we can move on with the interview.
Explore and research one wildlife or naturalist career that you find most interesting and briefly describe the duties of the job, salary, benefits, and level of education or experience needed.
Cut.